Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's Mobile Development. In the last episode, we have seen that what is the difference between stateful widget and stateless widget. In this episode, we will continue the episode 2, now part 2, which would be the folder structure, and we will quickly understand what how its folder structure looks like, and some other files as well. And apart from this, we will practicing some widgets very quickly. So if you notice here, we have a bunch of folders like Android folders. While creating Flutter projects, it will automatically create this Android side native folder and iOS side native folder. And as I have mentioned earlier, that our main focusable folder would be lib folder. Inside that, we will create some Dart files so that we can practice and we can write our code for Flutter applications. So another very important file which is opening right now in front of you, which is called pubspec.yaml file. So guys, pubspec.yaml file is responsible for all the third-party dependencies, libraries you would define here along with their versions. Like for now, they have defined Cupertino icons and its version is 0.1.2, and same like we can define dev dependencies here. We can also define some of the assets which you want to use inside your application. Like if you want to use some assets, we would create here the assets folder, and inside that asset folders, if you create images folder, and inside that images, if you have some kind of image.jpg or .png, you have to define here that you want to use these images. And then inside code, we will learn how we could use those assets as well. Apart from assets, we could also use these fonts as well, the third-party fonts you want to use inside your application. So this pubspec.yaml file is very similar as you may have seen inside your React projects or Node projects, the same file called as package.json. So inside this Flutter project, this file is known as pubspec.yaml file, and they have also provided comments as well that how you could use this file and how this file is useful for you in order to make Flutter project. So nothing fancy till now. We will understand from time to time that what Flutter folder structure you could make. Like inside that lib folder, if you want to create, let's suppose, a model folder, you could create like that, and inside that model folder you can create your model classes. And same like model folder, you can create another folder like screens folder, and inside that screens you can create Dart files which is maintaining all of your screen of this project. So similar like that we will understand from time to time. So now it's time to practice some widgets, and I will try my best to uh, complete this example which I have published on GitHub, as you can see on my account, Flutter Design Learning. So I have created a few of the screens here, and I have also used some of the widgets inside this particular project so that you can understand how design is working inside Flutter project. So let's say if we open this screenshot, if you want to create this simple list view inside your Flutter, so how you would create that? So it's very simple. We will stick with our stateless widget for now, and in the future we will learn about stateful widgets as well. We will create few stateful widgets and we will use that, so don't worry about that. So if you have seen that inside that build method we have a scaffold. So scaffold is like a structure of this whole screen. Inside that structure there are many properties we can use and we can draw widgets on them. So scaffold is the base widget of your starting screen application. So we have created, last time we have created this app bar and the body. Inside that body we have a simple widget which is known as text, and inside that we have um, printed out hello world just like that. So I have also told you about this hot reload feature. As soon as you will change some code and hit command S, it will instantly show your changes here on the screen. So let's say if I remove this world thing and let's save it, you can say hello is printed here. So it's very easy and it's very powerful hot reloading feature. And if you are changing some of the based widgets inside your code, then you could use this hot restart as well, so that you can avoid errors as well. So for now, let's focus on this. We will create a simple list view, and inside this list view we will see how you can create this. So let me just create a basic list view here. So for that you would use list view and simple list view. Inside that, what this list view takes, it has many of the properties, and one of the important properties is called you know, children properties. So as you can see, the children property has a widget array inside list of widgets. So it takes list of widgets on top of each other, and it will directly render on the screen on top of each other, and that will look like a list view. And if it goes down below this screen, it will automatically scrollable because of this list view component. So inside that children, let me create some text components. Let's suppose um, hello one, and by trailing comma we will copy this, and we will create few of the text components inside that widget tree. And as soon as you would hit save, you would see our list view, which is also scrollable, and it has many of the items like this. So if in future, if you want to use a list view which has some dynamic kind of data, there are few topics in the future. In this tutorial series you will learn how you could let's suppose you could create some you know fetching data from server, and you use that JSON data and render inside that list view. And uh, that would be the time where we would use stateful widget, and we will see how stateful widget comes into the action. So this is the basic list view. You, apart from text, you could also use, let's suppose, an icon component. So icons dot, and let's say access alarm, and you can also use some of the other widgets, like we use buttons. So let's use a button, flat button, and inside flat button you have some of the properties. If you hit control space, you will see there are many properties of this flat button. So in the child of that flat button, we will use a text component. What text you want to show in that flat button? Let's suppose we will use click me, and then we have on press property. For now we would just leave it like empty, or we could print like print clicked on a button. So nothing fancy, just have commands S, and you can see there are three items in that list view. Hello one, we have an alarm icon, and then a button click me. You can see uh, as soon as you will provide this on press method, it will also clickable. And uh, what action you want to perform on clicking this button, you could define inside this on press body. So it's very simple. So in the next video we will see how you could use this list view component, and we will draw this proper list view dot builder, and we will see how builder method of list view works, so that we could have an idea that what kind of action you can perform inside list view. So stay tuned guys.